We've traveled across America to find the most unique eats.
You want adventure? X marks the spot.
X-marx is an alternative dining experience.
Brains seem a little bit weird and scary. They are weird and scary.
But they're delicious.
You want adventure? Climb up to the World Fair bus.
This is gourmet street food done extremely well.
Literally, we took a bus and built a restaurant inside.
You want adventure? Eat beef 7 ways at Ma Pesh.
I was not interested in the tongue salad, but it was amazing.
These are unique eats. Chicago has this really interesting movement right now, the Underground Supper Club.
They are meant for the most adventurous foodies.
It's like a book club, but for your belly.
X-marx Chicago is one of those experiences.
The day before the event, you get an email, tells you where to go, and they're very exciting. They're really kind of James Bond about it.
X-marx Chicago is headed up by chefs Abe Conlon, John Bowers, and Adrian Lowe.
X-marx is whatever you want it to be. It is a supper club. It is not a restaurant. Some people call it underground.
Every dinner that we ever do is truly unique.
It's culinary spontaneity.
They've created this website where people go sign up. There's a couple of criteria. They'll say, for example, we might be serving tongue, we might be serving brain. Some of the chilies we have might be face-meltingly hot. So they put that warning out there. This is not for amateurs.
We had somebody cry once. It was because it was a pretty hot dish.
You never know what you're gonna get, and they never know what they're gonna give you.
How we create the menus that we do at X-marx is pure, spontaneous inspiration from anything and everything. Oh, son. There it is.
X-marx really tries to focus on what is local and seasonal. There's an X-marx dinner, which is about 4 or 5 courses. Dinners typically range about $70 to $80 a head.
The meal that we're preparing now is for our dinner called Market Mayhem, kind of a best of markets in the city.
The adventure for the trio that runs X-marx doesn't begin at the dinner. It doesn't begin in the kitchen. It actually begins when they go shopping.
Devon Avenue is Little India in Chicago. It's the perfect kind of street for young adventurous chefs to find things that really get their fancy.
Can we get some goat ribs?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Adios. Coming to Chinatown is an adventure because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what's behind those doors. You never know what live beastly characters swimming around in those tanks. You guys have duck tongue? We're looking for duck tongue.
I'm not sure what you do with duck tongues normally. Maybe a salad?
And you do have the duck tongues? This is what we've been looking for right here. The elusive duck tongue.
They do all this great shopping, they gather all the ingredients, and they take it back to this secret kitchen, and then they just go to town.
Give me like 1 minute because Ben's still peeling potatoes over here.
It's a race against the clock with these 3 chefs in the kitchen right now.
We're moving around, we're getting our stuff done, just knocking out our prep list. We're gonna be ready to rock by the time these guys get here.
Before each course, Abraham tells his guests what to expect.
Ladies and gentlemen, first soft-shell crab of the season right here.
That wonderful soft-shell crab, pan-fried, then quartered a little bit, sort of a little peppermint, a little bit of red pepper aioli.
You get all those floral and spicy aromas in there. Truly unique and interesting dish that was successful.
Stir-fried duck tongue.
I'm originally from Kansas, and that's not actually the culinary style, I think, of the prairie.
So the stir-fried duck tongues are served with these homemade wonton-style noodles, which John does by hand.
99% of the time, every single thing we do is made from scratch, from bread to noodles to all our sauces, stocks, and everything.
Really, I mean, you think about labor-intensive. They really put the effort into making these noodles.
I applaud you, John Bauer. So the next dish, which was truly unique and adventurous, was the veal brains.
Brains seem a little bit weird and scary. They are weird and scary. These are actually going to be nice, clean veal brains.
When you cut into the salad, there's this like surprise underneath this mound of salad is the brains. It's almost like this warm, eggy dressing for your salad.
And on the side, a little bit of fish with that poached quail egg, this little artist's palette, beautiful little assembly of different flavors and different textures.
I actually consider myself a pretty adventurous eater, but I'd never had brains before, and I've always wanted to try them, and then I got to eat his.
Tamarind glazed goat rib.
Tamarind being that sort of exotic fruit from, you see a lot in Asian and Indian cuisines. It's got that natural sweet and sour flavor to it, and it just created the most delicious glaze for these really gamey, rich, meaty ribs. To take it to the other extreme, now they have this beautiful fillet of grouper, and while there are Asian ingredients involved, it's more of a classic French preparation that they're doing. They took the grouper and they had the braised pork belly and they stuffed it with the braised pork belly and then just simply sautéed it and served it with this purple yam mash.
Grouper stuffed with pork belly? Delicious.
The grouper stuffed pork belly, it was, I've never seen anything like that. Just fantastic.
It is really remarkable what they're able to do, not only in terms of the plating and the service, but the quality of the food, and the flavors actually work.
It all ends up making for such a great adventurous experience for the diner.
The menu is never the same, and the ingredients are always the freshest that they can possibly find. Whether they have to go to the ends of the earth to find them, or the ends of Chicago, rather.
I think tonight went fantastic. We're lucky it went as smoothly as it did.
This could be the wave of the future. I mean, adventurous eating is really taking over in certain cities.
I got one word for you. Bizarre.
I guess X marks the spot.